Hey guys, how's it going? I haven't been making a lot of videos or anything like that, but that's fine. Uh, I just having a lot of work. Today I want to talk about a little bit about that immigrant caravan that's been going on TV and like on the news and all that stuff. I've been doing a little bit of research and background on all this stuff. The reason a lot of these people are coming to the U.S. is because the U.S. has like a policy for refugees or something like that. So basically, if you're a refugee or like you have there's certain conditions, you can get accepted in the U.S. to live for free basically, and after 1 year you can apply for residency, which maybe I should apply for. But uh, a lot of people, this is becoming a very controversial issue because Trump has making it up to be like that. And like I was in a little bit of background, I was like, in my mind, I was like, this probably happens like every 6 months, right? Like a lot of people come from South America to immigrate to the U.S. And it does, but like apparently, like it has never been like in this scale, like so many people coming together. Now this has caused problem with the Mexican government and the U.S. government. So my opinion is basically the U.S. is putting pressure on Mexico to like control it. Which I mean, like they shouldn't have to put pressure. The Mexican authorities, they should just not let them come illegally through the border. It's the same thing. Like there's a lot of illegal American immigrants in the U.S. in Mexico living, which I mean, like the media is not gonna cover that, of course. But there's a lot of North Americans living in Mexico illegally. Like, the same way there's a lot of people from all over the world living illegally in Mexico. So that's one thing. Like the Mexican government should take care of that. Should take care of should take care of that without having to like follow orders from other countries or like care what other people say. They should just take care of it. It's like national security. Period. Now, the U.S. accepting these things and all this backlash and like hate from like the U.S. people is like, dude, like, I mean, you are the country that has these policies. It's like a lot of bullshit. It's like this guy is just trying to find like a scapegoat, like for all his hate and all his like bad policies. Like when something goes wrong, he's like, oh, it's the immigrant fault. Like, and it's like a bad rhetoric. It's stupid. Now, I mean, like honestly, if you wanna blame someone, blame your own like immigration policies. Like for example, I do think like a lot of these people that are coming to the U.S. like to seek for asylum, they are like they have a fair proposition, kind of like the Syrian immigrants that the U.S. started rejecting, which is like a dick move because they have a valid reason. So a lot of it has to do with like American immigration laws. It's the same thing, the same way I think about like the border wall and stuff like that. I mean, there's a big ass border wall already in place. They spend so much money like for border security and honestly immigration. A lot of this stuff like has fallen so far into the US because honestly it's just expensive to go to the US. Like personally, it's cheaper for me to go to Europe. A lot of like or even South America. I'd rather go to Brazil or Argentina, another country, because it's cheaper than the US. The US is very expensive to travel. It's very expensive to live. So I don't see a lot why a lot of this backlash is coming from. Like the only way I can think of is like they just need a scapegoat, kind of like the Cold War, the Russians are bad people, or the Japanese are bad people, you know, stuff like that. And that's how the government works all the time. Like, you need to find like a place to like place all the hate and place all the bad thing, or place the blame somewhere. Like, it's like a way to like don't take responsibility. Which in this case, like I do think like it's not the immigrants' fault. Like I mean, like everybody like is looking for a better place to live. Like for example, like I'm pretty sure you, whoever you are, like you get a job offer somewhere else, like for a lot of money, and it's like a nice place. Of course, you're gonna want to move there. You know, it's the same thing. Like I move a bunch of times because I want more money, I want a better quality of life, and that's just like human nature. It's normal. Not even human nature. It's survivability. It's just every living being. So yeah, I mean, you can say like, oh, they have problem in their country, and yeah, like it's their country's fault, like because they don't have like a good government or whatever. But at the same time, it's also the U.S. fault. Like I mean, if they don't want them, just like change your policies. Uh, and this guy's the president. Like I mean, isn't he able to change his policies? Honestly, I don't know. But this is just my stuff. Basically, I'm just trying to say that it's not like so black and white. Like some of these people probably had like very like they do qualify as refugees for X or Y reason. And maybe, I mean, it's a U.S. policy, so they shall be granted or should be granted asylum based on U.S. policies, not as a personal fact. My personal opinion is that, yeah, they should probably stay in their country. The U.S. should, like, just not let them in if they don't want them in. It's just, but it's a democracy, and like should be like a majority vote, and like just be respected. And that's my opinion. I'm gonna try to make more videos. I just haven't had time. A lot of work. But hopefully you like this video, and let me know what you think about this caravan, or even let me know if my thinking or my approach is wrong, or like your facts. State your facts, and let's open the discussion, guys. Have a good day.